Before this, I used to think that overwhelmed meant I'm not efficient enough. Now I understand. It means my capacity is full. It means that there are something that I'm not facing that I just ignore, the needs being ignored. Okay, hi ladies, hello mamas. Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to You Rock, a podcast untuk high achieving moms yang tengah belajar how to slow down, tune in and lead their lives with calm and clarity tanpa perlu push diri sampai burn out. I'm Dr. Alih Majid, life coach, certified Enneagram practitioner and mother of 4, soon 5 insyaAllah. And today I want to talk about something that sangat common among high-functioning, high-performing women. Overwhelm. Okay, you know that feeling when there's too much in your head, too much on your plate, and somehow still not enough time, not enough energy. So we're not here today to solve overwhelm or give you another hack. We're here to understand it, to learn how to hear it, to feel safe enough to feel again. So take a deep breath and let's begin. Overwhelm doesn't always show up the way we expect. It's not always a breakdown. It's not always visible. Kadang-kadang it sounds like this. I have so much to do but I don't know where to start. Kalau I rest, kerja tak siap. Tapi kalau I buat kerja pun, I still feel behind. I should be grateful, right? I should be grateful. Aku patutnya bersyukur tau. But why do I feel so tense all the time? Why do I feel bored with my life? Right? So these are common things that I heard from my clients. It's not just mental. It's not just about time. It's your nervous system saying, I'm on high alert. I don't feel safe to relax. I'm tired, but I don't know how to stop. I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything right, but I don't feel right. So nampak tak perbezaan kat situ? I'm doing everything right, but I don't feel right. Sound familiar? Biasa dengar tak? Biasa rasa tak? Let's be honest. We're the kind of women who get things done. We manage, we perform, we get things done. So when that tight, heavy feeling of overwhelm creeps in, what do? Kebiasaannya lah, kita akan override. Kita akan override the perasaan of overwhelm. Yeah, it's okay, I'm okay, you know. How are you? I'm okay. Biasa kan? Biasa dengar tak? We say like, you know, I tak boleh lah slow down. I tak boleh lah relax. You know, I don't have time to relax. Ataupun paling biasanya lah, sikit je ni, kejap lagi okay lah. Sikit je ni, lepas deadline ni okay lah, right? Ataupun I just need to push through, right? I just need to push through for this, right? We're so used to handling everything on our own that even when our body is clearly begging for pause, right? Really begging for pause, we just say later. You just ignore the signs. Let me finish this first. You don't want to deal with, you know, your body is screaming for your attention, kan? Sometimes this comes in the pains that you are feeling ataupun there's the stomach ache or whatever it is yang certain sickness yang buatkan you rasa macam no, this is not the time for that, right? But the truth is that's a sign, right? It is a time for you to reflect. Because here's the truth. Overwhelm doesn't mean you are weak. It means you've been strong for too long without proper support or pause. And maybe you're not even aware of it until you snap. Like until something yang kecil sangat, like someone not closing the bottle properly, you know. The other day, my 5-year-old, dia, you know, 5-year-old kan sekarang ni kan dia nak buat semua benda sendiri kan, right? So nak cereal, I want cereal, so I want to ambil sendiri cereal tu, put in the bowl, and then I want the milk, right? So dia nak tuang susu tu sendiri, you know, with the milk dalam kotak yang berat tu kan. For a 5-year-old, it's quite heavy kan, betul tak? And then not closing the bottle properly. So that's the case kan. So you snap, right? Bila, it was leaking. Bila botol tu tertumpah. You know lah, budak kecil ni, bila dah lah tertutup pun tak properly kan. Dia cuba masukkan dalam peti ais pula tu. Letak dalam peti ais and then, letak pun tak properly kan. Pum! Botol jatuh tumpah habis semua kan. So, you snap with things, small things like that. So, bila benda-benda kecil macam tu pun makes you snap. Ataupun someone just ask simple things from you, right? In the middle of you trying to do something else, right? And that triggers you. It's like, macam kau tak boleh buat kerja ni sendiri ke? And that tense, right? That tense that you are feeling in your body, that tension, that snapping, and also that numbness that sometimes, most of the time I found this in high performing women, they say that they are okay. Actually, they are numbing themselves, right? From really feeling it, right? So they are not okay. Numbness is not okay. It's a message. It's a message that is worth listening to. And let me share a story that still sticks with me until now. There was a week, my calendar is full with coaching sessions, and because I'm still working full time, so of course my calendar is quite packed, right? And then I have things to do. I have deliverables to meet. And there's also kids activities kan, and I'm having a lot of kids. There's always satu perkara program ni, and then setiap anak ada program lain kan, betul tak? Especially when you have kids at multiple different stages of life. So for me, I have 2 stages with my kids, the primary schoolers and also those in the kindergartens kan. So trying to catch up with their activities pun satu perkara juga. And then being pregnant, you feel just really exhausted, right? It's just creeping in, right? And the house felt like it was in chaos. And I didn't feel sad, or I didn't cry, or like, break down like that kind. But instead, I was like really, really easily triggered, right? I felt annoyed even with questions like, boleh tak tolong jap? Ataupun, Umi, something lah kan, bila the kids are asking for something, right? My tones was tense. My body is just really tight, I just, my brain couldn't switch off even when I laid down. So my body is tired, but my brain is keep on running. Couldn't switch off. Then it hit me. I was in survival mode again. So I just want to be honest here. It's not like once you realize that, okay, in this phase of, life, you overwhelm and then it's gone like that. No, you will have a certain, situation di mana, you tak sedar sebenarnya you overwhelm balik, right? That version of me shows up when I've ignored my own signals for too long. And it's not new. So because before this, I used to think that overwhelm meant I'm not efficient enough. Now I understand. It means my capacity is full. It means that there are something that I'm not facing that I just ignore, the needs being ignored. And it is not because I'm incapable, but because I'm carrying more than what's sustainable for my nervous system, right? So let's talk about the cause of pushing through. When you ignore your overwhelm, here's what gets compromised: your clarity. You will feel scattered. You will be more reactive and stuck in decision fatigue. Walaupun you try to say that, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just okay, I'm just bored. I don't know why, but that's the thing about overwhelm for many high functioning, high performing women. Instead of acknowledging that they are overwhelmed, sometimes it showed up in a way that they just feel bored. So what happened is that you can become more reactive, right? You will feel stuck in the decisions of what is it that you want to do next, the next right thing. And you become really tired of, decision fatigue. And And then your presence, even when you are with your kids or spouse, your mind is racing elsewhere. Like the other day, I noticed that my kids are in front of me and they were talking about how they apa dia punya hari berlangsung kan sampai balik sekolah tu kan. I remember that my mind starts to go elsewhere, right? And because of doing these things, I already aware that, oh no, coming back to here, I really want to be present with my kids. And just because I was trying to manage everything, my kids were sick this past couple of week, demam campak, and then I just 2 hari before this recording of this podcast, my five-year-old son, no, he's really active. So dia really active. I don't know how then tiba-tiba dia terjatuh, and dia kepala dia terhentak. I think dekat lantai, and they were blood everywhere, right? And it was during a coaching coaching session with my client kan time tu, and tiba-tiba my daughter yang 10 tahun tu datang jerit-jerit kata something happened to Ali kan. Okay, so I was like, apa ni kan? So I just dropped the coaching conversation, and then look at what happened, right? And all these things happen, bila you have many rules. Try to share about the overwhelm, right? Sometimes by juggling all the rules that you have, trying to squeeze in, menyebabkan you rasa overwhelmed, right? Your mind is somewhere else. Okay, so in that incident, taught me that, wow, it is really important for me to be really clear of what's important, right? So, yeah, of course, if you think about your to-do list, it is a long, ongoing list of things that you want to do, right? But at the moment of something yang happen kan, you akan realize kan, it doesn't mean anything, the long to-do list doesn't mean anything, right? Your presence is most important. So by managing your overwhelm, you are able to feel and to be more grounded when things doesn't go your way. Okay. Another thing is that your joy. Mungkin bila you rasa overwhelmed, you akan start rasa that the things that you used to feel fun doing now feels like a burden. For example, cooking. I love cooking. I love cooking for my family. But I know that bila I am that tense, trying to squeeze in all things in my plates, then cooking starts to feel like a burden. Okay, so for me, I now understand, right, when this will happen. So I want you to start have this feeling again, right? To know that you can trust yourself, right? Because overwhelm can also makes you stop trusting your own rhythm. You start thinking, why am I like this? What's wrong with me, right? So these questions akan muncul, and slowly your body becomes numb. Not because you don't care, but because it's the only way to cope. Okay? Takkanlah you nak nangis kan? Because kebanyakan masanya, I know you are a leader, you're a mom, you're a high performing woman. Sometimes it's just so hard for you to ask for help from others, right? Because you have to show up a certain way, right? So in order for you to cope adalah for you to numb, right? You function, but you are disconnected. And that disconnection, it doesn't just affect you, it affects how you show up for the people you love. So I want to say this gently. Your feelings are not the problem. Suppressing them is. Okay? So let this sink in. Your feelings are not the problem. Suppressing your feelings is. Okay, let's do a 90-second pause together. Find a comfortable position. Let your hands rest. Close your eyes if you feel safe to. But if you are driving, don't do this. Maybe come back to this recording later. Take a deep breath in and a longer exhale. So deep breath in and longer exhale. Do that again. Breathe in and exhale. Now ask yourself right now, what am I feeling in my body? Am I tight? Am I hot? Am I feeling restless? Am I feeling empty? Don't judge it, just observe, right? Just observe your body. How is it feeling? Just name it. And now ask yourself, what emotion could be underneath this? So what emotion ada yang you rasakan sekarang? Okay, maybe pressure, maybe resentment, loneliness, maybe exhaustion, maybe it's overwhelm, maybe it's anxious, anxiety, frustration. That's that truth come out, even if it's messy. This is how you build emotional safety with yourself, not by fixing them, but by feeling and validating. So validate your feeling. Just name it, don't judge, observe it. And here's the thing. Overwhelm doesn't mean you need to drop everything. It means you need to come back to yourself. So kebanyakan masanya, I biasa dengar, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, so I don't want to do this. I just let go of the dreams that I have about building this business. It's just so many things to do. I just want to forget about it lah, because it's so serious, it's so hard. I just don't want to do it because I'm overwhelmed. Ataupun, I don't think I want to take up the promotion because I'm just full. My plate is full, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to drop everything. Okay? Overwhelm is there to help you, to guide you to come back to yourself. Here are 3 simple things you can try this week. Number 1, name your state before you act. When you feel the rush, pause and say, I feel overwhelmed. That's already a huge win. Okay? If you can name it, you can release it, right? I feel overwhelmed. That's a huge first step, right? Choose one thing to remove. Not add, just remove. One meeting, one expectation, one unnecessary should. So whatever it is, okay? So think about what it is that you want to achieve, right? And remove what's unnecessary. Number 3, create a soft landing daily. Just a 5 to 10 minutes of being. Semua orang ada kan 5 hingga 10 minit tu. Instead of you scrolling on IG, just take this time, 5 to 10 minutes of just being, not doing. No phone, no input, just stillness. Even if it's just staring out the window, try this practice, right? So for me, especially, I don't know, maybe because I have small kids, right? For me, this exercise will be me laying down on the bed, and then I put timer on my jam kan, my jam yang ada ni kan, timer. So if I don't put the timer, I cannot, I macam tak boleh, because I'm afraid that what if I terlebih, right, macam 30 minit jadi sejam, macam tu. So I will put a timer so that I just can let go, just stare at the wall, or just take a nap. Ataupun the best is just to lay still, be in the silence, right? You don't have to be doing anything, just stillness. You don't have to become a different person. You just need to give the current version of you some breathing room. Okay? So kita biasa as a high performer kan, you feel like there's always something wrong with you, and you want to improve this and that, and that's okay, right? But maybe this current season of your life, just give some room for yourself to breathe. If today's episode felt like a moment of truth, if it helped you name what's been bubbling under the surface, then I invite you to download the Calm Within workbook. This is your gentle private space to reconnect with your inner world without any pressure to fix or achieve. Inside, you'll get thoughtful journaling prompts to help you name your overwhelm, reflection tools to identify where your energy is leaking, gentle rituals to soften the pressure and come back to yourself. You can grab it at the link in the show notes or DM me the word calm on Instagram alia.majid and I'll send it to you directly. You don't need to push through every hard moment. Sometimes you just need a pause and a pen. Okay, do this exercise. You just need a pause. Okay, this workbook will really helping you to achieve just that. Thank you for joining me in this honest conversation. If you felt seen or softened by today's episode, I'd love for you to share it with another mom, another friend who's always trying to keep it together. Follow the show so you don't miss next week's episode where we'll be covering this important topic, which is your needs matters too, untangling the guilt of prioritizing yourself. Until then, take a deep breath, take something off your list, and remind yourself you're not too much. You've just been carrying too much. You rock, and I'll see you soon. Assalamualaikum.